Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Now, yesterday I put out a poll and I said, what game do you guys want me to talk about in my next video? And Giants won by a lot, actually. I think it had over 40% of the vote. So thank you for everyone who voted in that. But yeah, today we're doing a video about Giants. I did one for Trap Team and Swap Force, so the other games will be coming up soon. Now, I know there's a lot of Giants stands out there. I know a lot of people are like, Giants is perfect. Okay, buddy, look, I know you saw the title of the video, which says Giants feels like an expansion pack, but I just want to say that all the things I say in this video does not mean Giants is a bad game. It's actually a pretty good game, but there are still some flaws with the game, just like any other game. But with all that being said, you saw the title of the video, and that's what we'll be discussing today. Why, in my opinion, this game has a pretty big problem that the rest of the other games don't have. So let's talk about why Giants feels like a big expansion pack. Okay, let's get the obvious out of the way. The graphics are exactly the same. Like, I think basically pixel for pixel, these graphics are the same. They might have used the same engine, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to say that. But I would not be surprised if it turns out that they were made in the same engine. Now, just because the graphics are, the same, does not mean they're bad. I mean, look at Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and Modern Warfare 3. Graphics, basically the same, but both good games. So, you can have two games which have the same graphics. It doesn't make it automatically bad. It's not an automatic knock to the game. But I thought I would mention that because all the other games have different graphics. The gimmicks are the Giants, and that's it. The Giants don't really add a layer to the Skylanders formula. All the Giants do is pick up boulders and do feats of strengths, and that's what they do. If you don't have those, they're pretty much irrelevant. In Swap Force, you need to swap Skylanders, get into elemental gates, and there are Swap Force zones too. In Trap Team, there are Traptanium crystals that only Trap Masters can break through to get to certain areas. As much as I don't like it, only Trap Masters can open elemental gates, and Trap Masters do more damage to villains. You get it. You get the point. All the other gimmick Skylanders, adds them to the game, but Giants they don't really do anything. Because of this, the Giants just seem like they're kind of just there, and they're just kind of added, and makes it feel less like a brand new game than an actual sequel. I mean, I had to say it, but there was a lack of levels. Now, I know this game only has 16 levels. Now, you're probably wondering, oh, but Imaginators only has 10 levels, but that was the game after Superchargers, which had 12 levels. This was the game after SSA, which had 22 base levels, and if you include expansion packs, that game would have 26 whole levels, which is a whole 10 levels more than the levels in Giants. I will say though that each level is different in this game. Unlike SSA where levels repeated, this game does not have that, so that's a good part of Giants, but I would have liked to have seen more levels. It would have been nice, especially just coming off from SSA. This part's going to be pretty quick, but yeah, no DLC levels. I know there was DLC battle arenas, but I mean, which would you like to see more, DLC levels or DLC battle arenas? Now, I know there's going to be one dude in the comments saying, oh, well, I would have liked to have seen more battle arenas than extra levels. Yeah, okay, buddy, you're lying to yourself. All the expansion pack levels from SSA do work in this game, so you can play those levels in Giants, but they're the same thing, so they don't count. And like, if the game only had 2 or 4 expansion pack levels, I think I really would have been fine with this game only having 16 levels, because the extra levels at least make up for that. There are really no new main characters in this game that at least stay for a while. Okay, look, so if you're not counting the Conquerotron, which I think it'd be a stretch calling him a main character since he barely appears in the game, even though he's a big part of the game actually, you could technically count the mole dude who's afraid of clouds, but I mean, I don't even remember his name, so that's not good calling him a main character. But I think that'd also be a stretch because he never appears in any of the other cutscenes really. Like in Trap Team, they brought a bunch of new characters: Buzz, Max, Golden Queen, Wolf King, probably some more other characters. Swap Force, they brought in Tessa, Chiefess, Sharpfin, and Rufus. I mean, all the other games bring in new characters, and Giants really doesn't. I mean, you could say Auric, the guy you trade with, but he never appears in any cutscenes, I think. Now I'm thinking of it, I guess you could say Brock is a main character, but then again, he doesn't really appear in any of the cutscenes. Again, he doesn't really add anything to the story, so I don't think he should be considered a main character, but he is a, cool part of the game. You kind of use him as a way to get to the battle arenas. He's more like a person that is used as a tool kind of to get to a certain area than an actual main character, because you can't just get to the battle arenas in the main menu, which kind of downgrades his character a bit. Okay, final thing that makes the game feel less like a second game and more just a DLC. the lack of new characters. This is the only game in Skylanders after SSA to introduce 16 new characters. There are 16 new characters and 28 reposes. That's 4 Skylanders away from the new characters making up half of the Skylanders roster in this game. The new Skylanders only are 1 giant and 1 core per element. Now I'm not counting the light cores, or because I don't really count those. But there's only 1 giant and 1 core per element. So that kind of sucks, not gonna lie. Every other game has 2 gimmick Skylanders and 2 cores, but not this game. So because of that fact, there are actually more old characters in this game than new characters, and that doesn't make sense at all. So that's the final nail in the coffin for me. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video of me discussing why I think Skylanders Giants feels more like a glorified expansion pack than an actual sequel. Now, just to get this out of the way, I think I do, at least right now, prefer Giants over SSA. So I'm not saying that all this knocks the game down, but maybe if there were more levels, more characters, it would have been higher than maybe 4th or 3rd place on my Skylanders lists, because my list has changed since the video. I hope you guys know that. I say that a lot in the comments now, but yeah. I just want to let you guys know, I know there's a lot of Giants fans out there. None of this stuff really knocks the game down. Well, it kind of does, but it's not a bad game, though. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and thank you guys for watching.